What's going on, Braves Country? Welcome back to another episode of the Braves Beach House Podcast. Coming up this week, we have a conversation with Carlos Mendez, who's been in professional baseball for the last 34 years, both as a player and as a coach here in our Atlanta Braves organization. He sits down with Mike Dunn, and we'll have the first part of the interview coming up right after this.
Welcome, baseball fans, to the Braves Beach House. I'm Mike Dunn. We've got a very special guest with us today, Carlos Mendez. Mendy, how you doing?
Hey, Mike. How you doing, man? Thank you for having me here.
Well, thank you for being here. Let's talk some baseball.
Cool.
You were a catcher, first baseman,
Yeah, something
DH.
like that. I used to love to hit as a kid, and when I became a professional baseball player, it was all about hitting. And starting early my professional career when I was back in 1991. I turned 16 years old when I became a professional baseball player.
Wow, that's awesome. Kansas City was the team?
Yeah, Kansas City Royals. That's the team that signed me, a free agent out of Venezuela, and played with them 8 years, all the way to AAA. Then became a free agent, minor league free agent. Detroit Tigers for 2 years, Baltimore Orioles 2, then Oakland 1, and then finished my career with the Atlanta Braves.
And you got caught up with Baltimore?
Baltimore, 2003, May 22nd.
May 22nd. Where were you? In Baltimore?
We were in Canada. Our AAA team was Ottawa, Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And, I got a Sunday call from the manager saying, man, you're a big leaguer. Pretty cool.
That's the ultimate call that you want to get.
It was, I always say, moments in my life, I remember when my two kids being born, it's nothing like it, but being called to the big league, especially after, I played 12 years to get that call. And I thought I could go before that never happened. And at some point, you keep playing, and next thing you know, things happen for a reason, and I won't change it for anything. And I'm very grateful for that.
Good things happen to good people, they always say, and you're certainly one of the best. 12 years. Would you see that longevity of a career in today's setup with a player?
Not like in the past. In the past, used to be a lot. Like when I've been coaching for 17 years. Now the last 4 years I was in AAA in Gwinnett. The older guys are actually young guys. When I was playing, whatever, it's just older guys were 30. They got two kids. His family, field trips, whatever. When they would play, commute to other cities. Nowadays, like the older kids have been in AAA 2 years. They're like 20, 24, 25. It's just. They move people quickly these days. They promoted players sooner than in the past. In the past, you play your whole year. Even if you did great in A-ball, then high A, double A, and then triple A. Nowadays, you guys start in A-ball. If he's doing whatever, he'll be in triple A at some point, most likely.
Well, I know we could have spend a whole episode on the state of the game today, but you're exactly right. The pitchers no longer have 100 innings in the minor leagues. Hitters no longer have 400 at bats. They move them quick, get them up there, and it's what you can do for us today.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's whatever fits best for the big league team. You give the guys ready, the priority guys they call, and then you go from there. I know with us, we like the Braves in AAA. They got older guys. Mm-hmm. Actually, they got guys who've been playing they've been in the big leagues because they like to have guys ready in case something happens. And this year has been a good example that. Too many injuries, and they're trying to somehow steal in the playoff, and hopefully they make it, and they find ways to win ball games.
Well, it's important. The farm system's always been an integral part of the success of the major league team. Whether or not you develop the player, you sign the player, it's a free agent, so your minor league system still is the lifeblood of the major league team in some form or fashion.
Yeah, even like you say, you got a couple good players, you're going to trade their line, and people are going to be in. You might lose some prospects. Some guys that might end up playing the big leagues with another organization, but you're helping your big league team at the moment. And at the end of the day, it's winning right now. And the Braves is on that. For the last 6-7 years, it's about winning, try to get to the World Series, get into the playoffs, and go from there. And whatever it takes, it's going to be a young guy that's got a promising career. They got to do what they have to do.
That's right. Well, player development's changed from over the years where our mindset was for player development from a younger player, potentially a high school, a 16-year-old that's eligible for the draft, get them into our system, develop them, and then lay them out to the big league club. Whereas now today, it certainly is today, 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 today.
Well, like you can, being here, this is my first year being here in rookie level, FCL, in a while. And it was interesting. You see a lot of guys from other different organizations, a lot of money up there. Some lineups like $400, $2 million, pretty much all Latin players. And that's where we are these days. It's a good investment for all the MLB teams in Latin America more than ever. And the jobs, hopefully you can develop, being coach, everybody try to develop those kids and then you compensate whatever you got position players out of Latin America, you try to get the pitching here with the draft. And that's, you have to, find a way to keep that level. But like I say, it's a lot of money up there. Kids, how much like $4 million, $3 million. And I said, guys are just turned 16, 17 years old. So good for them. That's where the game is right now.
Hopefully they have great agents and great money managers.
Hey, man, they all got agents. Those agents they giving a good percentage of the signing bonus.
Exactly. Walk us through a day in the life of Carlos Mendez at Cool Today Park in Florida. What's your day look like here?
I'm a morning person, so I get here around 5:30, 6 o'clock. I do my routine. I do my walk, my weights, a little bit of jogging, prepare my stuff, whatever we're going to do on the field. As a hitting coach, it's like, are we hitting in the cages? Are we hitting on the field, upon the weather? And then just try to, if I got notes from the day before for the players, just remind them what we're going to work on in the cages, get them ready for the game. And the one thing about this level, sometimes you play 10 o'clock games, so you got to get on the bus to go to Fort Myers or Bradenton or whatever, and it's not a lot of time to work. So when you get those mornings that you have no games or got a late games or being at home, you got to take advantage of that and try to help the kids. And we have to remember, it's 100 degrees. It's just kids got to get up at 7. It is what it is. They're still young, but you have to be patient with the development in this league because it seems like it takes a lot of you just to be ready every day to play at 12 o'clock. And from that point, I understand how hard it is to play baseball in general, but how hard to play in this level is really hard for those kids. And our jobs as coaches is make sure the guys are ready, mentally ready to go to battle, even the days you don't feel well.
Well, and you alluded to, I think we're on day 26 out of 27 with rain. So rain puts a hiccup in everybody's schedule, certainly from a baseball standpoint. But you've got 95-degree weather, you've got humidity, you've got a tornado or a hurricane somewhere in the corner, and then you have rain. So all kinds of adjustments are made, not necessarily to the game, but to the preparation of the game and
Definitely.
the player.
Yeah, and it just when you hit in the cages, it's hot. It's the humidity here in Florida. But like I tell the kids, it's true. This is facts. If you don't want to get up early, you don't want to be in the cage, and they play better.
That's right.
You play better, you move up.
At the
end of the day, it's like that's it. We had guys that started the season in low A and came back, got sent down, and it's hard. It's an adjustment, but they play better. Do what you can do. You cannot control the results, but you can control how you prepare. And if you prepare well, you get a better chance to succeed.
That's a great analogy. You have to prepare yourself for the change because baseball is a game of change.
Every day.
Every day is a change. Your routine changes, weather changes, the pitcher changes, the lineup changes. So you've got to prepare yourself the best that you can to be prepared for change.
Yeah, and us human beings, we want to find ways. I complain one day. Oh, my God, this. Oh, my God. Whatever it is. You got to get on the bus, traffic. Oh, we got bus. Whatever. We always find our job as coaches is like, even the days we're not feeling great, we cannot let the players know that. We got to make sure we're ready, at least our face, be ready to, hey, we got to get ready. Got to get into play. It's going to be hot, but you got to do what you have to do. And they go from there because it's tough being away from the family for me, my wife, my kids. And just I live in Delaware. I see my family every often. And it's never going to be perfect. But baseball is such an amazing game, such an amazing job. The more you play, the more you stay in the game, the more you realize how awesome this can be.
Yeah.
And guys that are going to be guys, some guys never were prospects, they become big league and make a lot of money. Some guys, you can see guys like Andrew Jones, that guy's Ronald Acuna, Austin Riley. You saw those guys in the A-ball, so most guys are going to be good. And they big league, they're superstars,
Yep.
But like not everybody going to have that chance or that talent. So take advantage when you're playing. What I always tell the kids is, whenever it's 20 years from now, or maybe you're still playing or you doing whatever, You look back, you say, well, at least I did what I could. Work, even if it worked or didn't work out, it's okay, but don't leave that behind like, I could have done this better or this, because that's going to sting. That's going to sting you for a long time.
We'll be right back with Carlos Mendez.
And there's plenty more stories from Carlos Mendez. Next week on the Braves Beach House podcast, we'll have part 2 of our interview. Coming up this week at Cool Today Park on Thursday night at 6 p.m., we got another edition of Suncoast DJ Bingo at the Tiki Bar. Be sure to bring your friends out here, get a team together, 4 rounds of fun, and there's a prize every round. Friday night, DJ Dynamic is taking the stage at the Tomahawk Tiki Bar, playing some of your favorite hits. Saturday, a very popular band, Phoenix Rising, will be playing at the Tiki Bar at 5:30. And on Sunday at 1 p.m., we have music by Generation Gap. And don't forget, coming up on Tuesday, September 17th, Tito's Tail Waggin' Tuesday is taking place at the Superior Pools Tomahawk Tiki Bar and Grill. Bring your 4-legged friend out to the ballpark for a night full of fun activities. Well, that's all for this week on the Braves Beach House podcast. We'll see you again next week.